The infamous Chucky, also known as Charles Lee Ray, has left a trail of terror and destruction across multiple movies in the Child's Play franchise. This pint-sized killer has racked up an impressive body count over the years, proving that size doesn't matter when it comes to murder. Let's dive into the bloody history of Chucky and tally up his victims, starting from his human days as Charles Lee Ray and continuing through his various incarnations as the killer doll we all know and fear. Our story begins with Charles Lee Ray, the Lakeshore Strangler, before he transferred his soul into the Good Guy doll. While the exact number of his victims during his human life is not explicitly stated in the films, it's implied that he was a prolific serial killer. We can conservatively estimate that he had at least 20 victims before his fateful encounter with Detective Mike Norris in the toy store. In the original, Child's Play, 1988, Chucky's reign of terror truly begins. His first victim as a doll is Maggie Peterson, Andy's babysitter, whom he strikes with a hammer and sends falling out of a high-rise window. He follows this up by electrocuting John Simonson, his former voodoo instructor. The body count continues with Eddie Caputo, Charles's former accomplice, whom Chucky kills by causing a gas explosion. He then murders Ardmore at the mental hospital where Andy is being held. By the end of the first film, Chucky has claimed at least 4 lives, not counting any potential off-screen victims. Moving on to Child's Play 2, 1990, Chucky wastes no time getting back to his murderous ways. He kills a technician at the Good Guy doll factory by strangling him with a plastic bag. Next, he dispatches Andy's foster father, Philip Simpson, by tripping him down the stairs. Chucky then takes out Andy's teacher, Miss Kettlewell, with a yardstick. The film's climax sees him murder a factory worker by forcing him into a machine that installs doll eyes. The body count for this installment stands at 4 confirmed kills. In Child's Play 3 in 1991, Chucky continues his pursuit of Andy, now a teenager at military school. His first victim is the garbage man who finds him. He then kills Colonel Cochran by giving him a heart attack. Chucky's next victim is Sergeant Boddick, the barber, whom he slashes with a razor. He also shoots and kills a security guard and causes the death of Lieutenant Colonel Shelton by replacing paint bullets with real ones during a war game. The film ends with Chucky killing a carnival employee. This brings the total for the third movie to 6 direct kills. Bride of Chucky, 1998, introduces Tiffany, Chucky's equally murderous girlfriend. In this film, Chucky kills Damien, Tiffany's admirer, by suffocating him with a pillow. He then kills Tiffany herself, though she's later resurrected as a doll. Together, Chucky and Tiffany go on a killing spree, murdering a couple in a trailer, a police officer, and Tiffany's neighbor. They also cause a massive car pileup, resulting in numerous deaths. By the end of the film, Chucky has directly or indirectly caused at least 10 deaths. In Seed of Chucky, 2004, the body count continues to rise. Chucky and Tiffany kill a man in the opening scene, then later dispatch Jennifer Tilly's chauffeur. They also murder several other characters throughout the film, including Jennifer's agent and a paparazzo. The total kill count for this movie is around 7. The franchise was rebooted with Curse of Chucky, 2013, where we see Chucky targeting a new family. He poisons Nika's father, kills her mother, electrocutes a priest, and dispatches Nika's sister and her family. The body count for this film is approximately 6. Cult of Chucky, 2017, sees our killer doll multiplying his threat. Chucky manages to create multiple versions of himself, leading to a higher body count. He kills several patients and staff members at the mental institution, including Angela, Malcolm, and Claire. The total number of victims in this installment is around 8. The 2019 remake of Child's Play presents a different version of Chucky, this time an AI-powered doll gone rogue. While not the same continuity as the original series, this Chucky still racks up an impressive body count. He kills the factory worker who programmed him, Andy's cat, the building's handyman, and several others. The death toll in this film reaches about 10. In the Chucky TV series 2021 present, our pint-sized killer continues his reign of terror. Across the first 2 seasons, Chucky claims numerous victims, including Logan Wheeler, Oliver Hayden, and several students and staff members at the school. The series also introduces multiple Chucky dolls, each adding to the overall body count. Over the course of the series so far, Chucky has been responsible for approximately 15 to 20 deaths. When we tally up all these kills across the franchise, we arrive at a staggering number. Chucky's confirmed on-screen kills total around 70 to 80. However, this number doesn't account for several factors that could significantly increase the actual body count. Firstly, we need to consider Charles Lee Ray's victims before he became Chucky. As a notorious serial killer known as the Lakeshore Strangler, it's likely that his human victims numbered in the dozens, if not more. While we conservatively estimated 20 earlier, the actual number could be much higher. Secondly, there are numerous implied or off-screen deaths that aren't explicitly shown but are heavily suggested. This includes victims of explosions, car crashes, and other large-scale incidents that Chucky causes throughout the series. For example, the multi-car pileup in Bride of Chucky likely resulted in far more deaths than we see on screen. Thirdly, we need to account for Chucky's legacy kills. These are deaths that occur as a direct result of Chucky's actions, even if he's not physically present. For instance, people who died from the trauma or consequences of Chucky's attacks, or those killed by copycats inspired by the Chucky legend, could be considered part of his extended body count. Furthermore, in Cult of Chucky, in the TV series, we see multiple Chucky dolls operating simultaneously. Each of these dolls is capable of killing independently, potentially multiplying the death toll significantly. While we don't see all of their actions on screen, it's implied that they're all actively pursuing Chucky's murderous agenda. When we factor in all these considerations, Chucky's true body count could easily surpass 200 or even approach 300 over the course of his long and bloody career. This number becomes even more staggering when we consider that Chucky achieves this despite his small size and the frequent setbacks he faces. It's also worth noting the variety in Chucky's killing methods. From simple stabbings and strangulations to more elaborate traps and schemes, Chucky has demonstrated a wide range of lethal creativity. He's used firearms, explosives, electrical devices, and even voodoo magic to dispatch his victims. This versatility has allowed him to adapt to various situations and continue his killing spree across different settings and time periods. The psychological impact of Chucky's kills is another factor to consider. Unlike many other slasher villains, Chucky often forms relationships with his victims before killing them. He manipulates people's trust in the innocence of a child's toy, making his betrayals all the more shocking and traumatic. This psychological warfare extends beyond his immediate victims to terrorize entire communities, leaving lasting scars on survivors and witnesses. Chucky's influence also extends into the real world, where the character has become a cultural icon of horror. While not counted in his official body count, the Chucky films have inspired real-life crimes and copycat incidents. These real-world implications add another chilling dimension to the character's legacy of violence. As the franchise continues to evolve, with new films and TV series in development, it's likely that Chucky's body count will only continue to grow. Each new installment provides opportunities for the killer doll to add to his tally, ensuring that his reign of terror is far from over. In conclusion, while the exact number may be impossible to determine precisely, Chucky's body count is undoubtedly one of the highest in horror movie history. From his origins as Charles Lee Ray to his current status as a multi-doll threat, Chucky has left a trail of bodies in his wake that few other horror villains can match. His small stature belies a massive impact on the genre, cementing his place as one of cinema's most prolific and enduring killers. As fans continue to be drawn to his unique blend of horror and dark humor, one thing is certain: Chucky's kill count is likely to keep rising for years to come.